Welcome everyone, we just got the patch notes. They just dropped literally 5 seconds ago, so let's go ahead and just hop straight into it. The first thing is the new rank skin. It's the Ultimatum Fernando. It's pretty cool. It's like Ares from the it's the same voice lines I think from Smite 2. It's really cool. I'm actually really excited about this one. We have the new ranked map rotation. It's a little bit disappointing, I'll be honest. Fish Market, Ice Mines, Timber Mill, and I think there was another one, and Warder's Gate. Those are honestly just pretty not the best maps. I don't know how much ranked we'll be playing with Fish Market in the rotation, but out of rotation is Ascension Peak, Bright Marsh, Dawnforge, Frog Isle, Shadow Desert. Onslaught map pool is being increased from 4 to 8, which is really cool. I'm actually really excited about that. I'm really excited Onslaught is getting some more maps. Added Ascension Peak, Bazaar, Bright Marsh is being first tested in an LTM, and Snowfall Junction. So Snowfall, Bazaar, and Ascension are all being added to the normal pool. Siege, Stonekeep Classic, Timbermill Classic, Warder's Gate Classic. We've been putting our file size, keep maps around regardless of their status and LTM, so we could now add old maps option. Okay, so that's what they're adding here. And then Onslaught, just the maps. Map restorations, added prop backs to Ascension Peak, added props back to my Ice Mines, added props back to Splitstone Quarry, updated Greenwood outposts to have further render distance. Flashback event pass is just going to go over the battle pass. Mode rotation, co-rotation, Siege, Onslaught, Deathmatch with out of rotation, King of the Hill, and Payload. Limited time modes, new, Capture the Flag, Survival, Bright Marsh Beckons. Oh, that's the Onslaught one. And then Greatest Hits. I'm not sure what this one is. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the balance now. This is just going, this first topic is Aim Assist, the magnetism that we covered in a video already. I'll link it at the top right. Added bullet magnetism for some champions, weapons, Strix Pistol, Sadi Hand Cannon, 7 burst in automatic modes, got it. Hit Conveyance, reduce maximum sizes of hit markers by 50% scaling based on damage made linear. Over the years, more and more visual effects have been added to both our champions, as well as the in-game HUD. We want to reduce the visual clutter to make it easier for players to stay accurate and process all of the information we are placing on their screens. These tend to be something the majority of seasoned players tune out, but is an important quality of life change for those still learning and or benefiting from these systems. Got it. Rank matchmaking, tightening the allowed rank gap in lobbies containing Diamond Plus players. Pretty good. You'll see a lot of the times, like basically any rank can get into any ranked lobby. It's pretty bad. So I'm really happy that they're actually tightening that gap. It'll make it a lot easier for lower players to actually play the game, and a lot easier for higher tier players to get players who aren't in gold. All right, now item shop, arcane warding. They're nerfing arcane warding. That's incredibly, respectively awful. This has to be the worst nerf they've ever made. Arcane warding is complete horseshit, and they're nerfing it. Okay, Armor Plating getting a very much needed nerf. Trigger Set now only affects weapons. Increased bonus damage. Again, really bad nerf. And this item is really bad, and then they're nerfing it to only function on weapons, and it's 6%. Yeah, that's just sadly very bad. Reduce health bonus from 7% to 6%. Good change. Azan, increase lift duration bonus 10% to 20%. Got it. Atlas. So I think this is very focused on cards. They did say that at the beginning. Ravages of Time, rework to instead grant 5% move speed for 4 seconds. Lessons of the Past, increase shield duration from 3 to 5 seconds. Got it. Cards, Barrack, decrease duration from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. Increase movement speed from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. Okay. Cards, A Lost Realm, increase range of explosives from 2% to 4%. That's a pretty good buff. Bully, rework to instead grant 10% lifesteal for 2.5 seconds after using Net Shot. Now scales properly with Life Rip. Pretty good. Dredge, Haul on the Bull Line. Rework to instead increase reload speed by 25%, scaling after shortcut for 3 seconds. Gun Deck now also increases reload speed by 8%. Interesting, so they're just really wanting to give Dredge that reload speed, really force him into his Scuttle meta. Alright, Shield. Name change to Chivalry. Reduced cooldown from 12 seconds to 0.5. absolute insanity that they're adding Aegis to base kit, but it's something that has definitely been needed for a bit of a change in the meta. Fernando's definitely going to be seeing a ton more play because of it. Towering Barrier rework to instead increase shield regeneration rate by 6% to 5%. Talent Aegis original effect added to the base kit. Now increases Chivalry's regeneration rate and decreases regeneration delay by 25%. Reduces minimum shield amount to activate Chivalry after it breaks from 25 to 20%. That is really good. I don't really want to read this because we kind of know why they're doing it already. Absolutely amazing buff. Fern's already pretty good, but this is just a really quality of life change if I'm being honest. Furia, we've already seen a lot of these changes. Somebody actually did the math on it that I've seen, and a lot of this is actually going to, like, really hurt Furia. She's losing a ton of healing, a ton of damage. Yeah. Solar Blessing really doesn't benefit at all. Now also heals Furia, but does not linger on her. That's a decent quality of life change. This is honestly just a really bad change. She's losing a ton of healing on Kindle Soul. Yes, she's getting increased range. She's losing a ton of damage on Exterminate, and even when you go Solar Blessing, which you really should never, you're also losing damage here. Card, Righteous Path, rework to increase your movement speed by 6%, scaling for 3 seconds after using Winded Wrath. Cool. And then they're reducing the ult charge. So, something to talk about here is that when they decrease your healing, because Curative got removed, so it's decreasing this by a bit, and decreasing damage on Exterminate, you're already losing ult charge. And so also adding ult charge or higher ult charge is just another big nerf. I actually think this is going to really hurt Furia. And you probably honestly kind of drop her out of meta if I'm being honest. Alright, Grok. Healing Totem. Increase healing tick rate from 0.15 seconds to 0.1. Remove curative keyword. Increase bonus ammo on Spirit's Domain from 15 to 25. Now also grants allies hit by lightning staff 20% move speed for 1 second. Totemic Ward. Removed remedy keyword. Remove 15% bonus healing. Maelstrom removed surgery keyword. Increased damage bonus on Maelstrom. This is amazing. I honestly think there might be a slight chance we go into a Grok meta with Spirit's Domain, because look at the buffs to Spirit's Domain. On top of his totems having base kit more healing. There's a chance, man. There's a chance. And I really, 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 really like these buffs. Grover. Deep Roots rework now replaces the cripple on crippling throw with the roots. It does return. After a lot of discussion internally about the viability and original reasoning behind Deep Roots, we felt comfortable dusting off the OG and modernizing it to a bit to see if players would enjoy a return to a simpler time with a more potent talent. No chaining or increased damage on this version means that it's all about utilizing it in clever ways to help your team or punishing out of place foes, even more so against opponents who purchased Unbound. So we'll see how this goes with the meta. I think that'll be pretty good. Amani cards Pyretic Momentum changed from 5% or changed from gain 5% move speed during Frostfire Glide to Frostfire Glide turns 10% more effectively. Original effect at card level 3 incorporated into base kit Frostfire Glide. That's pretty good. Koga passive. Stamina. Added Stamina as an official passive for Koga, listed under the Dragon Stance ability. This passive officially names the energy/resource mechanics fueling Koga's Shadow Step, Agility, and Dragon Step abilities. Renames energy to stamina across Koga's descriptions. Adrenaline Junkie. Damage required to trigger effect 120 to down to 80, so we're back to the original effect. No longer counts damage to shields for triggering talent. So we might be back in the Adrenaline Junkie meta, although I think people really realize that how strong Dragon's Fang is. And I think even with the buffs to Claw where it pierces, we still might be in a Dragon's Fang meta. But a Dragon Junkie is definitely viable, or it was viable before, but now it's maybe takes over that talent slot again. Lex Heroism increased damage reduction from 40% to 50%. Now grants crowd control immunity while using combat slide. Increases combat. Okay, that's solid. These are the buffs we really needed, and I think this is a really good change. Do I think it should grant crowd control immunity? No, but it is still a pretty solid buff. Harden. Increased duration from 2 seconds to 4 seconds. Got it. Oh no. Oh no. Increase healing tick from every 0.25 seconds over 4 seconds. Oh, okay, so I think that's the exact same time. Increase movement range, 54 to 60 units position. Why are we buffing Damba? Okay, people don't understand how strong Damba is. Damba is an incredibly strong support, and I don't get why we're buffing him, if I'm being honest with you. I'm gonna be honest, these are bad changes. Damba's already really strong. You just actually have to know how to play him. Cards, Devastating Blows. Decrease bonus range from 5 to 4. Pip, cards, Acumen, rework to instead give 8% lifesteal after using Explosive Flask for 3 seconds. Now scales properly with Life Rip. Rom is seeing some buffs. Juggernaut now also applies a 900 impulse knockback on hit. Cards, War Torn Plains, rework to increase the time it takes to spin down your Hellfire Gatling by 7%. Declaration of War. Increase knockup bonus strength from 4% to 7%. Now also increases Juggernaut knockback strength by 7%. Enforcer now also grants Rom crowd control immunity during Juggernaut for 1.2 seconds. So we are in a pretty... I mean, Rom was already pretty good. He was already he was kind of meta already. But this is just going to make him even better with that Enforcer talent. I don't even think there's like much room to go Subservience anymore. I think you just go around a Juggernaut build and you just run around being an absolute nuisance to people. Great. Cards for Sky, move to hidden cards. Rework to now heal for 1.5% max health, scaling every 0.5 while in hidden. Got it. Emergency exit, move to armor cards. Talent, preparation. Reduce max duration penalty from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. Reduce... Interesting. This literally does nothing for Sky. This talent did not need any nerfs. And if anything, I mean, this is by far her worst talent. And I think we'll be in a Smoke and Dagger meta, maybe with Sky, as just a util flank. I don't think she'll be good at all, because she's really bad. But if you do pick Sky, I think you'll just want to go Smoke and Dagger for this healing. Strix, remove the effective range penalty. Got it. Terminus, Massacre Axe. Aim is no longer cached prior to his animation. A long no cork of Terminus's Kate. Massacre Axe would often be better swung if swung while backpedaling as opposed to pushing forward. This was due to how he stored his aim position. I don't really know what they mean. Card, Wind Dancer. 10, scaling 5% movement speed to 7 to 3%. Pretty good. Vora, Broken Promises. Increase healing from 60 to 100. Scaling. False Idol. Increase movement speed from 5% to 7%. Increase lifesteal from 5% to 10%. Increase duration from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. Unified in Purpose. Shifted from 10% DR from 1 second scaling to 6% scaling DR for 3 seconds. Pretty good. Willow can now hover in air, basically, is what this means. That's a pretty good buff. Ying, cards, Disappear. Rework to increase your movement speed by 40% for 3 seconds when dropping to or below 30% health. Can only happen once every 30 seconds. Levels decrease cooldown by 5 seconds. And then the rest are bug fixes, I assume. Updated the description of all of these. And yeah, these are just the rest are bug fixes. So pretty cool patch. There are a few that are definitely not good, which are the Damba buffs, which he definitely didn't need, and the arcane warding nerfs are definitely not it. The rest of the patch are absolutely amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.